Angry residents of Meadowlands in Soweto have taken to the streets once again this evening, burning tires and barricading roads with rocks. The ongoing protest is over continued power outages and what residents say is poor service delivery. According to Eskom, Eskom has told them that it could take just days to access and potentially resolve this issue. But local leaders have slammed the delay, calling it unacceptable, especially as the winter temperatures drop. We take you now to our reporter Offense Stimo, who's on the ground there with the residents of Offense. The weather is cold. Of course, we've learnt of the cold front, and residents there are not taking no for an answer. What's the latest?
Absolutely, and a good evening to your viewers, Mpo. Well, I can tell you that we are coming to you from Meadowlands Zone 1, where they're actually telling us that there's been an erratic supply of electricity, which has left them frustrated. They're saying that they actually use an app to follow the schedule as to when the lights are actually going to go off and go on, but they are saying of late that particular schedule is not being respected by the powers that be. Hence, they decided to come out onto the streets, blockade the roads, and vent their anger. But where we are, the situation has subsided quite significantly, and they've come down because they are telling me that, you know, when they are at their homes, it's dark and it's cold, so they would rather come outside and socialize with their neighbors here next to the fire. Well, I'm going to speak to Ausrefilwe just to elaborate on the circumstances that they find themselves under. Ausrefilwe, thank you so much for your time. Can you just tell us about some of the challenges that you are facing as residents of Meadowlands?
As you did mention when you opened your speech, the electricity issue, it has been gone from Sunday afternoon. The frustration is we do understand that you must limit and balance the electric. We are not abusing it. We've got an app that used to tell us 5 o'clock and this time. And the most angering part is last year, I don't remember when, we were converted into meter boxes. I'm speaking to you right now. I've loaded 500 rand in that meter box for the electric for me to use with my family. But I'm not getting an explanation. Nobody is telling us anything. We are just in the dark. So that's why other parts, they're behaving like this because of there was no notice. Food is rotten. We were throwing away food. There's no food in the house. The fridges are empty. Spaza shops are not open because they're also not having electricity. Nothing is fresh. I'm scared that we might even get stomach issues. Yes.
Yes. And sister, you know, we saw that the weather elements were very harsh. Like there was a cold front and it was very cold, especially from Monday. It's sort of going down today. The weather is much better today. But how did you guys cope under such cold weather, you know, without electricity and without being able to keep warm?
Papa, I don't cope because of it's very bad. Very bad. And then that's why Obana Shaka Usrefilo Asha reduce monthly. Because of Africa's Konuko Vesadin Paula Kuntlum, Kutlo Cha, Hona Levana, like this pit. So who Peter Harry Montleanam. Eh, give one out and then have a problem, but now I do go long like we are stuck. We are stuck, very stuck. 2 days, 3 days, but now I use go long. Arkonuka, Arkonuko Tap, Arkonuko is a next. Gimatad. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, Mposh is basically saying that, you know, they've been so affected to a point where in the past 2-3 days, the kids have not been going to school because, you know, they can't go there without having bathed. But I'm trying to get someone else to give us a different viewpoint on what is actually happening. Response
response na ke kupoboela morao 2 months back Eskom e matiste bonkgono re mathile re ile go Diepkloof branch ya bona ba re botsa gore di meter tsa rona re di bridges ba re penalty le di 6,000 modimo ga 6,000 we must buy electricity now gona no it's black. No one is telling us cancel anyone le ko Eskom o kana ba ipitla ka mabati. Is it right now? Why ba re penalize right too? Why? Yeah.
So what would you like to see happening? Because you are saying they've been postponing. They'll say no, lights are coming back next week or tomorrow. What would you like to see happening?
We need electricity. SOS yesterday. We need electricity. It's 3 days now. Bana bangwala ba mamgibale ba tsama ba ya mesebetsi bana bangwala now. It can't be Eskom so. They can't penalize us right too. Yeah, we pay ra patela re tsang ba itse re patela electric ra patela electric why ba sa re botse re na le di app re na le di eng nothing is easy a gona ntho e tsagala o bona re tsule ka di pijama we getting cold.
Yeah. But do you believe for this protest action in community ya o block di tsela batho ba sa spanning bana ba sa sekolong, is it justified?
It's justified. Government tlamele tsebe gore if re sa ha re bua le bone councilor ya rona ha e batle lotla we don't know councilor 3 years a tsamaile council o bua ka media fela how can we re tloetsa jwang ha re mitsa hatle council including le government ke yona ntho tlamele ba itsebe re tlo chisa mataere till ba re latele electric re patela electric ba tlogela gore Soweto ha e patela electric we paying now they must give us electric. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Well, basically it's in that a couple of weeks back Eskom approached them to say that they need to pay a penalty of 6,000 rand for actually having tampered with their meters. They're saying most of them have complied, so they are surprised that now there's the issue of blackouts, and this while they've actually entered some units worth over 500 some into their electric meters. So they are urging Eskom to try and resolve the matter, saying that they are not going to stop protesting and burning tires up until Eskom resolves this particular predicament that they find themselves in Mpho.
Very well, Offense Stimo on the ground there in Meadowlands, Soweto, bringing us the latest on a developing story. Of course, SABC News will reach out to Eskom and try and get that response as the community is vowing to continue burning tires up until power is restored. So we will keep a very close eye on the story.